There we go, we got some audio. But yes, guys, I'm recording this at night, so I can't really talk too much. But this is gonna be my reaction to the event stream. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's see what's happening. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so quick reminder: I can't speak too much, or I might just have to go really, really quiet. I'll boost the audio later on. Center. Okay, there. It's not center, but whatever. Oh, hang on. Wrong one. I want to play a game. It's been a pretty good year. Chat is so distracting. Hang on, let me hide that. Thanks, and no worries. Alright, what you got in store for us?
All right, what I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted is that Funko Pops are coming. This is super exciting for us. We've been waiting on a long time to be able to announce this.
No fucking shit,
mate. I'll
mate.
give you a sneak peek of the 4 characters coming to Funko Pops. The Wraith, the Doctor, the Huntress, and Claudette Morel. If you're like me, you're thrilled and you can't wait to get your hands on those. I can tell you, you'll be able to get those before the end of the year. Okay, now that I've shared that,
I bet if I had chat open, it would be absolutely
let me officially welcome you to the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary celebration. We've got an amazing show for you today. We have the whole team ready to share some of the exciting stuff coming. We've got a few surprises in store. We hope you're going to have a good time.
Okay, I'm hiding that
now,
again.
last year, our 5th anniversary was all about looking back at the 5 years before. It was a trip down memory lane, and I had a good time for one. Since then, we've hit 50 million players in Dead by Daylight. That's crazy. We announced a board game that was funded in under 1 day on Kickstarter. That was an amazing job by our friends at Level 99. We've also consistently stayed within the 20 top games streamed on Twitch.
Yeah.
All of that, and with our next chapter, we're going to now be at 59 characters in Dead by Daylight. But today, it's not about looking back. Today is about looking at the future. We couldn't be happier to have 50 million of you out there playing the game with us. And while there's still a ton of stuff to do, we want to focus on the things that are going to make their way into the game next year. In the past, we've used these anniversaries to share our dreams and to share our ambitions. And we dreamed big. It's our job to do so. Once in a while, these dreams ended up being bigger than what we were able to deliver. And we don't want to do that today. Today, our goal is to talk about what is actually going to happen within the next year and to give you precise timelines of when you can expect those changes. We're humbled by your passion and your support. Thank you so much for taking this trip with us through the last 6 years. And we have quite a lot more for you. Oh, and if you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, you can actually play Director of Broadcast by voting in the chat and help us figure out which segments are going to come in what order. And speaking of which, here's a list of everything that we have in store for you today.
Okay, let's see what they're going to cover. I'm mainly curious about the new stuff coming up, like this next month. Yeah, chapter 24. Oh, and the anniversary event too.
Like I said, we want you to be in control of what we talk about next.
Apparently somebody's in control of his fucking mic too.
Which one of these would you prefer to have? A, some free
do I get to vote?
B, something really nice.
Oh. It's like A, B, C, or D. I'm totally typing C. Well, hang on, no, let's type A, B, C, or D. That's what they asked me to do. Alright, let's see what chat's going for. So I'm seeing a lot of B. I think people are like, free's great, but oh, apparently Twitch is going the other way though, I guess. Oh, nice. Everyone, make sure you get that one. I'll put that one in Discord as well.
Thank you so much for joining us today in the celebration of Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, Senior Producer on the project, and I'm joined by Justin Brown, Senior Product Manager on the project. In today's panel,
they've really gone all in for this one.
The upcoming content for next year, so Dead by Daylight's 7th year, the planned chapters, as well as our 4 main pillars for the game. Before we dive into that, however, this is a really good opportunity to look at our accomplishments from last year and talk a bit more about what we're particularly proud of or excited or happy that was released over the last year. For me, I'm always extremely impressed by the quality of our original content, and the Portrait of Murder chapter was another one that really left a mark on me. But that being said,
that was good.
Year 6 was an amazing year when it comes to licensed content, with the addition of Resident Evil, Hellraiser chapter, as well as Ringu, 3 classic cult horror icons into our game. And it really warms my heart to see all of those different characters come together in the one and the same game.
Honestly, this year's been sick.
You're particularly proud of that we did last year?
Yeah, of course. The first thing that comes to mind is the updated onboarding and tutorial. Seeing that come out to such a positive reaction within our community was really amazing, really rewarding.
The best thing you thought happened with the tutorial?
The next would be the 2 brand new maps we introduced last year. It had been a long time since we introduced new maps, and the team totally delivered on those maps, visually stunning. And that's not to mention the unbelievable job they did on the Haddonfield rework, which recently
Props.
And last but not least, it would be the Snowman event. All of the hilarious memes, movies, memories that were shared in that sort of holiday season was unbelievably amazing, and something I hope we can recreate again this year. Now, I'd like to take this moment just to mention that when we develop our roadmap, we always aim at delivering the most quality as we possibly can for you, our players. However, as it is a live tool, we are constantly having to update it due to urgent issues or new opportunities that arise throughout the year.
Yeah.
As such, there were a few features we mentioned during last year's anniversary stream that still have not made their way into the game. Fear not, we will be talking about most of those features later today.
Yeah, well, you have your heads ripped off.
When we talk about what's coming up in the next year, first, I'll tell you some of the things we know we can expect throughout this next year.
Okay, what's coming?
There will be 4 new chapters, which means 4 new killers and their survivor counterparts, of course. In addition to that, there will be 4 tomes in the archives, diving deeper into our characters' lore.
Getting super specific,
and with the narrative direction around the Observer's Tower going in a new direction, we're all super excited to watch that unfold.
What is this all about? We'll learn more over the coming year. It's really exciting. For some of you who have been with us over the past year, the 4 pillars will probably be known to you all. They're really things we have continuously worked upon over the last 6 years of the game. So our 4 pillars composing the roadmap for this year are game health, quality of life updates, live design, as well as our events. You want to give us a bit more info about the
game health? Yeah,
sure. What did you just say?
I would love to, Stéphane.
I'm going to have to rewind that.
There are some aspects of game health that will always be ongoing priorities for us, such as security improvements and game performance optimizations. But this year, we're putting an added focus on matchmaking. We want to improve the matchmake wait times as much as we can.
They've been too bad recently.
In addition to accounting for the various play styles we see throughout our community and rewarding them as such. When we talk about matchmaking, though, it's also very much a quality of life topic, which segues very well into our second pillar.
It is an amazing segue, as if it was planned all along. You're a natural at that. Talking more about quality of life improvements and updates, You did talk about the roadmap and how we continuously shift things around and such. We use a lot of the feedback from the community to feed into that. And as such, CSAT surveys are a really important part for that, forums, social networks, et cetera, et cetera. When we did announce the Autobahn feature during last year's anniversary, it was met with a lot of mixed feelings from the community. And as such, we really held off a bit to make sure we were doing this in the best way possible.
Yeah,
we know toxicity as well as cheating is something that has to continuously be looked at and addressed in the game to keep the game as safe as possible. And as such, Autobahn and improvements to those systems is an important part for us that we're going to keep looking at this year, but we want to make sure we do it in the best way possible.
Yeah, you don't want an Autobahn
system
to dive a bit more
into quality of life updates, we'll have Justin Banks and Aurélie Géraud talk a bit more about that in a future panel today, which I'm really looking forward to. But for now, is there anything you want to share with us about life design?
As a live game, constant iterations in our design and live balance updates are critical to keeping the game feeling fun, fresh, and exciting for our players. In addition to that, players' behaviors are constantly evolving, and we need to adapt to accommodate those new behaviors all the time. Matt Spriggins will be up shortly to talk more about the huge updates that we have coming and planned for this year in regarding live balance.
And huge is not an understatement.
Not an understatement at all. But one piece of news we're happy to break right now is that we're actively working on a major rework of the Raccoon City Police Department map that we released last year during the Resident Evil chapter. We can expect to see that sometime this fall, but we will keep you updated as we near closer to the final release date.
I'm very much looking forward to playing it.
I think I've got some ideas of what they might do with that.
It's a difficult map to navigate and to play for players.
I don't think it's a bad map, it's just too big.
It can actually be brought up to the standards that we have today, and I'm looking forward.
I think a little bit of walling might do
So
it.
with that said, I'll jump into the events, something that really is an important aspect of the game. It allows us to move the game in a direction that's a little bit farther off the beaten path, something that's not necessarily what you'd expect from Dead by Daylight, but do that as a time-based thing allows us to really do something completely crazy sometimes and such. This is really an opportunity for us to get communities together and to generate moments you're never going to forget. I always think back of that game you played of Dead by Daylight during that specific moment of the year. As we've always done over the last 2 years, we'll have 4 main moments of the year that we're going to celebrate through events, which are going to be our anniversary period coming up in a few weeks from now, the Halloween period, the winter period, as well as the Lunar New Year period. These 4 events are really going to be the main ones for the year. But our cornerstone events are going to be Halloween and anniversary, since they're such big, important moments for the game. On top of those, we're also going to try and do more live activations, such as login bonuses, Blood Rush that you're all familiar with, and boosted Rift Fragments collection, so that there's a reason for everyone to come back to the game and be more excited about playing Dead by Daylight more often and be happy about the rewards they're getting through doing that. Really looking forward to this year. It's really been an amazing one for us, and thank you so much, especially for the continued support throughout those 6 years. Thank you, everyone.
I also want them to drink out of the can, to be honest.
Daylight fans, I hope you're enjoying the 6th anniversary celebration of Dead by Daylight.
So far, so good, sir.
I'm Matthias Claesen. I'm the director of the Recreational Fear Lab, and I'm here to talk to you about why people enjoy horror. Now, it might seem weird that folks like us voluntarily seek out frightening entertainment, but it's actually very common and for good scientific reason. It is part of human nature to find pleasure in playing with fear. It's what kids do when they play hide and seek, and it's what we do when we play DBD. When you're playing as a survivor, you're reenacting an ancient evolutionary drama. You're trying to stay alive in a dangerous world by outrunning and outsmarting a bloodthirsty predator. Your whole body is in survival mode, heart racing to prepare you for fight or flight. You get that invigorating adrenaline kick, and if you escape the killer, you're rewarded with a flood of feel-good neurotransmitters such as dopamine. Playing as a killer is different. You're immersing yourself in that same ancient scenario of predation. But now it's about catching your prey and the ecstasy of the hunt. It's that same adrenaline kick, but the reward is not the nerve-tingling relief of survival. It's the exhilarating delight of victory, the thrill of the kill. So when you play DBD, you're satisfying a primal desire for threat simulation, for playing with fear. But you're also satisfying another primal desire, namely the desire for story. Because DBD isn't just about the hunt. It's also about exploring the rich and constantly evolving narrative world of the game.
If you keep showing me
Whether
range
you're
killers
out for
not throwing their
survival or
weapons, I'm
blood,
going to be pissed.
I wish you good luck on your next journey into the fog.
Well, we got Trickster, we got freaking Deathslinger, just running off. You got a gun! These are badass. These are really cool. I probably won't get them, because, like, you know, or maybe that one.
The killer is coming, but the generator is almost complete. What do you do? A, hit the last skill check. B, run. C, let the killer grab you.
I got a sneaky suspicion people are lying about their
D,
responses.
blow up the generator.
The amount of times I work with a teammate and they blow up the generator, the killer comes. But let go and then blow up the generator. I do have to say though, for me, I'm sticking to that thing. Like glue. So big old A. I don't get grabbed. I'm too smart for that. I'll let go, get hit, and then do the last bit. I do like the pure honesty of anyone that's picked C though. Apparently some others in the chat also don't believe it.
I'm Matt, design director on Dead by Daylight. I work with Dave, the creative director, and the rest of the DBD game design team on everything from updating and balancing our existing content to the development of all our new chapters and game features. I'm really happy to be back with you once more for this 6th anniversary broadcast. The upcoming year is going to be a really big one for Dead by Daylight, so I'm excited to share 3 key updates that our team of talented designers have been working on. An overhaul of our killer and survivor perks, a rework of our approach to prestige and progression, and finally, an update on the changes to the Memento Mori system. One of the main goals for the game design team is to explore new ways that we can keep the player experience in Dead by Daylight fresh and fun for both new players entering our universe and for our highly engaged expert players with hundreds or even thousands of hours in the game. In listening to our players and reviewing our own data, we've found that some of the most consistent feedback is that in our high-level matches, meta perks have essentially taken over. Meaning that players are consistently seeing the same perk loadouts again and again for every killer and every survivor.
It's gone to the point where I got a jingle for Dead Hard.
Looking at our data, there's a clear gap between the most popular perks for each role. On the killer side, these are Corrupt Intervention, Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, Barbecue and Chili, Hex Ruin,
okay, but Barbecue and Chili is for different reasons though.
And for survivors, Dead Hard, Decisive Strike, Borrowed Time, Iron Will, and of course, Self-Care. With little motivation to explore different perk loadouts,
that is self-care.
This can naturally lead to a feeling of gameplay becoming stale. Therefore, in the coming months, we'll be releasing a major update that will rework and rebalance roughly 40 killer and survivor perks, including the ones that I've just mentioned.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
This is aimed at eliminating these clear, dominant perk trends and strategies that we've been seeing in the game for a while. There will also be some small baseline gameplay adjustments that we would like to share with you a little bit closer to the release date. So, we'll keep monitoring, keep reviewing, and keep adjusting our collection of perks in this way on a more regular basis to make sure that we avoid these meta perks becoming consistent trends for extended periods, whilst opening up the gateway for new
what will probably happen is that just different perks will become meta.
With this upcoming focus on balance, we're also working on an update to make perks easier to acquire and encourage more exploration of new combinations in perk loadouts. In an upcoming patch, we'll be releasing a rework of Dead by Daylight's prestige system, aimed at reducing the grind in the game by giving players more direct, quick, and easy access to perks, something that will improve the quality of life not only for our long-term dedicated players, but especially new players looking to get into the game.
I think I'm going to cry.
Our current prestige system is optional, and it awards a bloodied version
I better
of
get
the base
Legacy on
cosmetic
every killer.
outfit, whilst resetting the perks, add-ons, and items in the character's inventory. This update will change how this works entirely. When this feature releases, prestiging a character for the first time will instantly unlock that character's Tier 1 personal perks on all other killers or survivors, making them immediately available in their loadouts. We know that our players are hoping that the RNG gods provide them with barbecue and chili in their early blood webs. However, with this feature, you simply prestige the cannibal to prestige level 1, 2, or 3 to unlock all of Leatherface's perks at the corresponding
How's
tier
that going to affect
for
me with
every
all the
other
killers
killer.
P3'd?
This will significantly reduce the grind and completely eliminate the random chance needed
I guess
to
random
acquire
killer perks are
specific
going to be a thing.
teachable perks through the blood web system. Of course, it's worth mentioning the prestige level won't be capped at just 3, so you'll be able to show your dedication to a particular character by raising them well beyond that.
Don't.
Additionally, the act of prestiging will not remove their perks, items, or add-ons.
So what's the point?
So there's no longer an associated reset of the character, if you will. For those who haven't yet prestiged their characters, we're also working on a fair way to still reward players for their time investment and dedication once this update takes effect. Fans can expect both the prestige and perk updates to drop around the same time during a major release.
This is a positive change, but it affects me in a weird way.
I would like to close things out with some news on the Mori updates that we shared last year.
Probably don't need to do so much grinding on my
still
killers.
coming, we have slightly adjusted our approach to the system based on research, feedback, and prototyping iteration. We've arrived at something that feels more straightforward,
Sorry, I can't get
yet
past the
still
prestige shit.
accomplishes the same goals that we set out with. The change to the system will still remove the Mori ability from offerings, focusing instead on rewarding efficient killer play, but we'll be incorporating the Mori animation as more of a natural ending to the match.
I like that. Yeah. No.
This is something that we're currently calling the finisher Mori.
So make the Cypress base.
When a killer downs the last survivor standing, rather than drawing things out and having them pick up and hook the survivor, we'll instead transition immediately and automatically to the killer's Mori animation, allowing them to close things out in style, and in a way that you would expect from an unstoppable killing machine.
That's good.
There's also a few other additional changes coming with this system that we're not quite ready to share yet, but we're hoping to release the new Mori system as part of our Halloween update this year. So look out for that.
Hopefully that comes with some new animations for the base
killers.
While
we couldn't cover all of the details of these updates in the span of one segment, anyone looking for more information can head over to our website, deadbydaylight.com, following the broadcast.
Yeah.
Thank
Seriously,
you,
guys,
always,
check out the site.
support.
It is actually quite good.
We can't wait to get these updates into your hands as soon as possible to see your amazing reactions. Thanks again, and see you in the fog.
Looking good. Can't say I'm disappointed so far.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the McMillan Estate for Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Justin, one of the senior product managers on the game.
Butterface.
And I'm Aurélie, producer on Dead by Daylight.
And Justin.
What a cool set we're on today.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I hear there's some traps around, but we'll be a little careful.
Yeah, we'll try.
So last year, Aurélie and I were here with all of you just to talk about
who brought the fucking fog offering?
But I think some other guys on the team have that covered.
Sure, Snoop Dogg's not doing a presentation.
Talk about the quality of life updates that are coming to the game for Year 7. And now, while it's always our goal to give you the most accurate picture of what's coming and when, the reality is that deadlines can shift as well as priorities. And we live in a pretty weird world these days, so there's a lot of external factors as well. So, I mean, that all being said, we are going to work to have the most open dialogue with our players. So if something changes, you can bet us, other members on the team, we are going to be communicating and let you know if something shifts, changes, removes, added.
That's what I got to give behavior
We're
props
make
for.
sure that you guys know about
communicate. They
that
always
being said, let's get to it.
Trying to be in contact with fans,
really cool,
even if it doesn't work out perfectly.
Today, when you will open the BTB, the first thing that you will
notice
is this new vertical layout that we have. The idea behind this is we were running out of space with the current one, and
I'm not sure
we
I like that.
wanted to have more clarity and also make some information way more visible to players. like for example, some text in some languages, they will have more space. But also when we have an event or something happening in the game, now you will be able to see right away when you enter in the game what is happening and how long it will take. You won't have to go through different screens, navigate through the game to get access to this information.
And so I think if I can kind of nail down something cool for everybody is that I don't have to go into the archives to see how long is left in the Rift.
That's good.
Correct.
I'll see it right on the main menu.
Correct. You will have the exact timer, how long it will take until
I
the
can
end
keep
of
you
the
guys
Rift.
more posted
And
about it
that's
too
part
on
of
my
what will
Discord
make
now, because
just
that
the
way I don't have to
navigation
like
easier and the
go have a
information
look.
easier to find in.
Because
in
usually I
Dead by
finish the
Daylight.
Rift way too early to be caring
Another
about it.
feature that will be also available today for the PTB, and I think
the
that
PTB
one
out?
will be really appreciated.
I think so. I think this
It is
one
open
is
Steam.
one of those that players have been asking for quite some time.
That's true. So that's the preset loadout. In the loadout screen now, you will be able to have different saves, up to 3 for the moment, for your offering, perks, add-on, items. So you will be able to adapt your playstyle according to what you want to play.
Exactly. So, I mean, if you guys want to create one loadout for goofy perks, one for playing by yourself, one for playing as a team, you just change those with the press of a button. No longer are you looking through, this whole inventory of perks that we have.
Correct. It will be your choice to decide between hardcore and casual games. Something else, you'll be also able to save loadouts for your cosmetics. So if you have different style and you're always like wondering which one to use, well, now it will be extremely useful, easy for you to switch between.
That's kind of sick. Alright, though.
And for both the main menu and the preset loadout, we really think that the two features, they will bring more comfort and ease for the player. And we are really looking into feedback. So please, when you grab the PTB today, share your feedback about these two improvements. This will help you.
I might try and play the PTB today so I can show it off.
In the future as well for you. But that's for today. So what is happening for the next upcoming releases?
Right. So for that, we've got some other upcoming features to share with everybody out there. So one of the main ones that we actually announced last year, as you remember, I think we were both there, was matchmaking incentives. So what we mean when we're talking about this is when players are matchmaking, we try to establish a good ratio of 4 survivors to 1 killer. And whether or not this ratio is imbalanced one way or another depends on your server, depends on your time of day. So what we are doing is we are providing players with extra blood points to play as the role that is most needed on their server at that time of day when they're online, which I think is going to be pretty useful.
That's going to pretty much determine what I play on stream, to be honest.
And with the new layout that we just mentioned, like it will be really easy for the player to see in front, like on which queue they should go if they want to have the less waiting time.
Exactly. As soon as you log in, you're going to know which role needs you the most.
It'll be funny though if it's like near even
one
day, and if it just keeps switching.
We're giving you so many more options. I think it's going to be a great experience once this is introduced. Not even that, but while you're in this matchmaking, trying to get that incentive, we are doing what we're calling a game flow refactor. Very techie name, I know, but if we break it down, it's really giving you guys the opportunity to navigate around the game while you're waiting in the queue.
Yeah, okay.
So when you're waiting
this
in
is something that
matchmaking,
should have been introduced ages ago.
What have you, you'll now be able to browse the store, check out some really cool outfits, some other areas of game, and even check out the archives.
That's the main one.
So if you want to change your challenges or read some lore while you're waiting, that's all up to you.
Yeah, and I really love this feature.
It could be story time with Bubbles.
It feels like not a big change, but actually it will just bring so much comfort and remove so much frustration that I really like the fact that the navigation will be easy and you won't have any, it will be more comfortable.
It's a small change, but
And so now
I can already tell that would have saved me so much more pain.
To get to the archives of players by doing this, by putting the timer for the Rift on the main menu, but we're also doing some more updates to the archives coming later this year. So 2 of the main changes that I think players will appreciate right off the bat is now you can have 1 survivor active challenge and a killer active challenge.
Okay.
So no switching back and forth or anything crazy like this. No starting a killer match while having a survivor challenge equipped and feeling like you've wasted your time.
Actually, it will be super cool because with the matchmaking incentive you just mentioned before, Well, if you see that the survivor queue is better for the moment, and you have a killer challenge you won't have to go back to the archive, switch the challenge just because you want to go to the survivor queue and lose time.
I've gone through entire streams with a survivor challenge on while playing killer, so I respect this.
And so what would happen is, as you find a match, we'll give you a notification full screen that you finished whatever you're doing, and then bring you into the match. So I think that's going to be a very fun experience for players. But getting ahead of ourselves. One of our other big features that we're updating in the archives is your ability to view a full outfit within the Rift. So, I think we've both visited the Rift page quite a bit now that it's been out for a while. So now if a player selects a piece of a cosmetic from an outfit in that Rift, there's going to be an available button to click to view the full outfit as a preview. So if you're not keeping up to date with our amazing marketing trailers that are showing off all of these cool renders, you can view it from directly in the game. And then go watch the marketing trailer after, because they do a lot of work on these and they're very cool. Well, we're obviously trying to get a lot of these changes out for this fall in one of our upcoming archive
probably link the trailers in the game,
alongside some other yet-to-be unannounced archive stuff, which we're keeping a little hush-hush now.
On the actual archive.
It's the 3rd anniversary of the archives. So we're trying to put something really special together for you guys. But we've got another big feature in the works, and I think I'll let you spill the beans on this one.
Yes, and this one, I think, our player, you are going to love it. So we have decided, do you remember last year when we talked about bots?
Not at all.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. When we talk about bots, actually this year, by the end of the year, we really want to introduce bots in custom match.
Oh, in custom,
so the idea here is we want to give the player, like if you're missing a friend in a group, if you don't have any friends at all, or if you just want to play chill and try to learn a new killer, well, you will be able to do that in a custom match and just fill out the matches with bots. So that will be extremely simpler for you to play. And we feel like for some player it could be intimidating to play a new killer or to just learn a new one. And this will actually be a safe environment for them to try and remove the pressure that you can have sometime when you're in a real match.
For sure. And it's not just learning
it's not really
that can be stressful
for me per se.
New maps
I'm happy to
well,
play on live lobbies,
can
but
be entirely different. There's some new loops that you need
definitely
to learn.
for new players.
So
this will be a great way
for
for
players
them
to be able to practice those as well. Use an old killer, use old survivors as bots, and just try out whatever map you want.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And this feature is probably
can also allow you to explore maps too.
For timeline, and we're targeting this winter for this one to be out, and we can't wait.
Winter.
I'm super excited for this one.
I am too.
Oh yeah, for them
so
that'll
I'm
be
looking
Christmas.
forward to it.
And I think you still have 2 features that you would like to talk about this today.
Sorry, I live in
These ones
Australia.
are
It's like winter
smaller,
in
but I think
a few weeks.
Our players and streamers will also be interested on both of these. So the first one I'll discuss is what we're calling streamer mode or anonymous mode. Still undecided, still in development, so the name may change. But the basic premise of this is to make sure that all of our players feel safe as they're playing the game. So that we're obscuring your name or the name of your friends as they're playing, so that no toxic players or ne'er-do-wells inside or outside the game can find it and target you in some way.
And for the security, that's a huge plus as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just want our players to feel safe as they're playing our game, and we hope that this is a great tool to actually let them do it. Now, the other feature is, I guess, all about the survivors not feeling so safe, which is our updated wiggle system. So if you've been paying attention to Dead by Daylight, I know we have, talking to you, for the past few months, we've been testing out our updated system under our beta tab, so players were able to opt in and try it out.
I never opted out of
Whereas
it.
previously,
I like it.
The wiggle system was mashing 2 buttons back and forth, keyboard, controller, whatever you chose. Now it's instead a skill check. So during the beta, we were all listening to a lot of our player feedback, so our design team has really taken that into account, and with those changes, we're going to make it a permanent feature in the future.
Yeah.
And on behalf of the team, really thank you for using the beta tabs. It was really, really useful for us to collect all this information and to see how you feel about new changes that we just want to make sure that all the changes that we introduce in the game are the correct ones.
Yeah, I know we all love the PTB, being able to try out new content, but this let us really bring in all of our console players who I've been asking for a way, and all of their input, especially given that it was very controller heavy, is really appreciated.
Oh, it's so much better than the
need
controller.
more time also to get the feedback.
It certainly
Like,
helps.
Your thumb isn't
So with all of these, we also
jittering
have
around
some
all the
other
time.
smaller features that we weren't really able to fit in here.
Just like
So
small
head
little
on
button
over to our
taps.
website at deadbydaylight.com to read a bit more after the segment.
And we really hope you're excited about all the features that we announced today. I know we are, and we expect that you will enjoy this anniversary with us. And we hope you a very good Dead by Daylight.
No, they better not be
experience
taking
here.
Justin from me.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the broadcast, everybody.
Thank you.
No.
My name's Jason. I'm a fog whisperer.
Oh, God.
And to me, Dead by Daylight is more than just a game. It's a lifestyle. I'm heading to a parkour gym to work with professional tag athletes. I want to learn how I can apply my DBD skills in real life.
Do you ever just like crouch at the chaser to get them angry?
World Chase Tag is a team-on-team competition where one team throws in a chaser, one team throws in an invader, and the one rule is don't get caught.
This is kind of sick.
So in Chase
I feel
Tag,
this in my
are you
knees, though.
using vaulting? Because
In a
in
bad
DBD,
in a
when
really
being
bad way.
chased, vaulting is a pretty powerful evasion tool.
Yeah, vaulting gives you a very easy way of getting an obstacle in between you
Nice.
or whoever's chasing you.
Can we have some of those vaults
what about
as like
slow vaults?
custom vaults?
What?
Yes, slow.
To see my full training adventure, head to the Dead by Daylight YouTube page later this week.
And I'll await those animations for the rest of the year. Oh, that Huntress hoodie looks so good. Oh, code. Code. Until May 24th, so day after my birthday. I might get myself a birthday present, actually. Yeah. So I've got the... Where is it? Sorry, I threw it on the floor earlier because I was a bit hot. I got like the trapper version. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just gonna watch it like
The
this.
killer is in pursuit. What do you do?
No, you probably couldn't even hear that.
A. Drop the pallet. B. Use dead hard. C. Loop forever.
I've only got one answer to this.
D. Crouch furiously.
There's a big C. I'm not a big fan of dropping too many pallets. I had a friend of mine try and get me into scrims and stuff, and I struggled. Not with anything else. It was just like they're like, keep dropping the pallets. Don't be so unsafe. I rarely use that hard, and I hate teabaggers. So, yeah, looping's the only option. Oh, another code. Another code. I don't know if I need to claim these now. I don't want to mess up the recording.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Ashley,
God, those
associate
hoodies look
producer
sick.
on Dead by Daylight. I'm joined by Xavier, our director, and also Rose.
When are they
our
gonna release
project
those
manager.
hats to the store?
A big part of what makes Dead by Daylight so great are the characters. And telling the stories is one of the best part of our job. While a lot of storytelling is happening through lore, there's also a way for us to tell the story through the art and the visual. Today, we want to share with you a bit about the process of the collection that inspires us. We want to break some news about new announcement of a brand new collection we've been anxious to share with you guys for a while.
Kate better get a cosmetic.
Yes, thank you, Josh. Well, let's
She
take
probably
a moment
won't. She
to
just got a Valentine's
talk
one.
about like what's behind the several outfits and collection we provide to players during the year. So artistically, the approach is different when we work on our own contents and when we work with licenses. When we do our own, we often look this as a way to put our own spin to icons and events everybody's familiar with. A great example is the Halo Blight collection. It's really
I wonder if I'll mention that
Halloween.
Everlasting Frost collection.
Rather than
honestly, that's been my favorite.
Cosmetics around
pretty much
vampires, witches, werewolves,
and the Greek one.
We decided to do something more unique, to tell a unique story, and we have like our killers. We made them more horrific due to a substance linked to the entity. The result, I think, is unexpected, more original. The lore and art direction have been reinforced at the same time, and we get to celebrate Halloween in a way that's very true to Dead by Daylight.
And well played to them to getting licensed guys.
On my side, the product goal is to create collections like this for all seasons. These collections would be something that we could return to and add to every year, but on our own terms, in a way that's creative for Xavier, but also not feeling like too generic or too easy.
Maybe Joash, you could share with us the different steps on the production to create these visuals.
Sure thing. So as you know,
that was happening with the spring ensemble stuff, maybe.
So afterward, I think the first step is to talk to the narrative team. The idea behind it is to make sure that we have a good idea and make sure also like it's kind of related to the character. So the cosmetic that we want is related to the character, the story background, and the lore. Afterward, we need to talk to the concept artists. They're the one who are going to put on paper pretty much with the art director and the concept art to put on paper pretty much the idea that we want as cosmetic.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was a bit of a whiff for Trickster.
To put in detail what we want, so meaning like the accessories, the detail, and the type of material that we want. Once we're done, the character team can use those concepts to start their modeling phase. So pretty much to have the 3D model ready.
So in the case of the Fire Moon Festival, we created this in tribute to the Mid-Autumn Festival that is celebrated in so many Asian countries. And it is our own DBD-specific event.
Culturally, it's quite cool, but I feel like Trickster's got better options.
That are surrounding the full Fire Moon. And it's a celebration of life,
same with
and
Oni.
also a reflection upon death. So another part of creating this event ourselves was to be able to include a wider variety of characters into the collection. So, for example, those that didn't have an Asian heritage.
We should talk also about licenses, because today, right now, we have something really important to share with the fans. Right, Rose?
Yeah, indeed. So another interesting part of working on these collections is being able to work with existing licenses as well. So we're able to introduce
which license kill is going to get it?
And other brands that we love also into the world of Dead by Daylight. Speaking of which, anime and mangas are widely requested from our fans.
Oh, we're going to get anime nemesis.
And we're really excited to be able to announce today a new collection that's right around the corner, one that marks DBD's first major crossover with an anime title.
Oh,
so without further ado,
I don't know if I want to see this. Attack on Titan. Fair enough.
So
I know some mates that are going to be pretty mad about that.
I'm a big fan of anime, especially Attack on Titan. The process of creating new outfits based on the new collection based on Dead by Daylight has been really, really exciting. We're thrilled to be including 10 different outfits for both survivor and killers.
You're not.
And also, we need to say some surprise for later on. I think we can still give some glimpse of the concept art for Attack on Titan.
Oh, let's have a look.
Oh, yeah. Because, working on Attack on Titan was a great challenge, but really exciting one.
Maybe Kate could get one.
We had to assimilate like the iconic aspect of the 2D art direction from the show and adapt it on 3D, making sure like the characters remain themselves even if applied on DBD characters. And because they are not legendary outfits, the goal was not to reskin them and transform them into something way too different from our more realistic art direction, so we then came with bigger eyes, etc. We felt it more like, okay, we could create like great cosplay of this character. Our mindset was more
if there's somebody out there listening, please give Kate something.
Were part of the Attack on Titan universe.
Sorry, I'm a Kate man, okay?
From
Don't judge me.
Are they closer in their personalities and appearances? So it was really important for us to select some of our favorite characters from Attack on Titan, and so we could focus on some aspect of each to match our DBD personalities. We have Eren, one of the heroes of the show, and we have Dwight. Dwight, in a sense, is one of our heroes also on DBD. He's here since years, and we kept the details of Dwight, like having the iconic glasses, the messy hair, and even with the equipment of Attack on Titan, we make sure like the equipment isn't straight, and we have like nothing's perfect because it's Dwight. Mm-hmm. We have Angie. For her, it was easier because we have Zarina also, and it was a perfect match. She's a scientist that investigates on Titans, and
I might need a restock on
Zarina, like
Excels,
both,
you know.
Very inquisitive and investigators that worked well. To keep the details of Zarina herself, we gave her eye patch, but not the glasses because she doesn't wear glasses. The Armor Titan is there, you know. We have it as an ultra rare cosmetic for the Oni.
Yeah. Oni, I had a feeling it'd be Oni.
Not only was a good match because we apply this skin in one of
nice.
our largest killer of the game,
that.
but also we were able to use his crystal form for the rage mode. Mm-hmm. And while the base of the crystals are blue in the show, we tinge them with a red VFX.
God, that's so sick.
The traditional Oni.
I don't even watch the show. I'll have to now.
That's it for us. We hope you enjoyed the behind the look scene and also our new collection.
If you're watching this and you got to this point, please leave a like and leave a comment for Kate.
Thank you.
心臓を捧げよう.
I don't know. Wait, did I do that way? There you go. Serena? Okay. This is the chick everyone was talking about. I've heard rumors apparently she's got a flashlight based perk. So we'll see on that one. Chuckles! The Dredge. That's the Chuckles mask. Yeah, I've already seen him. I did see a leak of him, unfortunately. So
I'm super glad to be here today to share the newest content for our.
I don't know what he does though. What's that?
And of course to celebrate the 6th anniversary of Dead by Daylight. The tradition is to tell you all the content that's going to be in the chapter. And this time, we're quite excited. We're changing the recipe a little bit, and we're doing an original chapter. So this new chapter is called Roots of Dread, and it's a full chapter. It contains a new survivor,
new map,
a new killer, and a new map within a new realm.
I wasn't expecting a new map.
That's quite exciting. So the story for the chapter revolves around a town, a perfect town. Well, a town that seems to be perfect. But of course, the residents are hiding something terrible. They're hiding secrets and a darkness. And when that darkness starts to bubble up to the surface, it creates our newest killer, the Dredge. So let's talk about it a little bit. So the Dredge is inspired by the Boogeyman, a story that is global and is known around many cultures. It's a domestic fear. It's a monster that is really close to us, that is in our familiar environment, inside our house, under our bed, in our wardrobes. And that's the type of creature we wanted to feature and create. Mm. So it is the physical representation of the darkness of the whole town, of their secrets. And
I wonder if this will look like a Little
weird
Hope.
And strange creature, a monster. It has an impossible biology featuring various limbs, heads, different parts. It is emotionless, and it's impossible to plead for your life when in front of this creature. We wanted to make sure to create a visceral scare when facing this creature. It's a bit like when you're having a nightmare, and you know it was super scary when you wake up, but you can't exactly put your finger on what it was that you've seen. The visual design of the dredge is quite unique. It's a first for Dead by Daylight.
It's not a humanoid one.
It's a monster, recreated by different limbs, different heads, claws, pincers, tentacles, and we wanted to make sure that you, the player, would be able to customize as you wanted this monster. What's really cool as well for the cosmetic is that we are able to explore themes that are organic, but also constructs, like this amazing cosmetic that features dolls. All right, now let's move on to the power of the dredge. So when playing the dredge, we wanted you to feel like you're the embodiment of darkness, of fear itself. We wanted to recreate that feeling of a monster that's really close to us, that lives in your house. And so there are two phases to the power. The first phase is the ability to use lockers to teleport from and to.
I was wondering when they were going to do something like this.
This is great for map movement. You'll be able to travel the map really quickly. But it's also great to surprise survivors that are nearby lockers, and even survivors that are hiding inside the lockers. The second phase of the power is called Night Cycle, and this is where it gets really interesting. So based on action the dredge will make and some passive abilities, the Night Cycle will build on the survivor.
Okay.
When it is finally completed, Night Cycle will trigger, and a darkness will engulf the survivor. This darkness makes it very difficult to navigate.
Okay, I'd actually do like this. It's like near-sighting
the survivor can see in the distance will be the dredge itself. That's really creepy, and will for sure make the survivor make mistakes. Of course, the dredge comes with 3 unique perks. We won't go into the details of these perks today, but I can say that they are themed around chaos, secrets, and corruption. Okay, now let's move on to our newest survivor. She's called Hattie Core, and you might know her from some archive entry that appeared in the past.
I'll be totally real, I've not kept up with those things.
3 times in the archive, actually. So Hattie has a dual heritage. She is born in northern India, but was raised by her adoptive family in Quebec. And so this will be an interesting background to explore through her different cosmetic and also through future archive entries.
She reminds me a little bit like an older Kamala Khan.
Hattie has a very unique ability to see bleeds. These are areas of the world where the entity's influence intersect with our world. And so Hattie had her share of paranormal adventures and encounters with dreadful beasts from the entity's world, strange creature. And actually we can see on her body all sort of scratch and marks from these encounters.
Okay.
Of course, Hattie will come with 3 unique perks added to the roster of abilities that the survivors are able to equip and use. These are themed around paranormal insight, proficiency with occult items, and her own temerity.
That's
finally,
totally a name of a
let's
perk.
talk about the map. So this time around, we're really excited to introduce a new realm for this chapter.
Show it to me.
We are going back to the roots of horror, to a classic, something that we see numerous times into different horror novels, movies, and other horror material. And this is a small American town. So we wanted to make sure that we created something domestic, something familiar. And so for the dredge map called the Garden of Joy, we are featuring one of the houses of the perfect town that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
This house looks perfect from the outside. It is like a ghost sitting in the middle of a gloomy forest created by the entity. And when you go inside that house, you'll see how twisted and wrong it is, just like the residents that are hiding all of this darkness in secret. What's really cool about this new realm is that in the future,
probably not going to have
we'll be able
standard loops though.
Again, but in other contexts than in
it'll be more like the licensed maps in that regard.
This realm is built from different memories, from different characters, and so we'll be able to explore different cities wrapped inside that same realm. All right, that was the whole content of our newest chapter, Roots of Dread. I hope you are as excited as us to try this new content. And you'll be able to do so right after this event as we go live on the PTB.
To be honest,
the chapter will become available to all on June 7th.
A lot of what he described
thank you again for listening today, and thank you for an incredible year of Dead by Daylight.
Reminds me of things that I remember hearing about what people reviewed it as, and like the idea of Pennywise. So I'm wondering if they initially planned to do a new chapter and then it turned into this. I have no idea what we're looking at.
So why is this person sitting? Oh, now that's actually kind of dope. It looks like he was injured or something, and she came through and rubbed this man's back. Look, if we could start prescribing back rubs in the emergency department, I promise you, I would let the thing fly. Everybody, you get a back rub. You get a back rub. Straight up on some, Oprah level stuff. It's actually funny because there is evidence that back rubs help. They help physiologically. People say that it lowers heart rate.
I might have to get a soundbite of this guy, make that a follow sound.
Right? Let's get it.
You get a back rub. You get a back rub. Everybody gets a back rub.
Yo, I've seen it. All in your back.
I don't know. I flinched.
Bro. Oh, dude, no. Wait a minute.
Dwight.
All right. I had to pause. One, this man got thrown on a hook. And I've seen this in a bunch of different movies. So it's really accurate. These like butcher hooks.
The one I think of is a Matt from Until Dawn.
Obviously, if someone ended up on one, it was intentional, in my opinion. From that angle, I'm pretty sure it's piercing, one of the ventricles of the heart, right? So the heart, we know it's like this, right? That left ventricle is kind of posterior and it sits to the side as if I took a football and held it, with the laces kind of downward, right? So if that goes through that left ventricle, man, he's dead. There ain't no pulling yourself up off of it. No, sir. I don't believe it. He not walking away from this at all. That's a fact. If you're enjoying this analysis, make sure you head over to Dead by Daylight's YouTube channel for the full video later on this week, okay? Happy 6th anniversary, y'all. Peace.
Sorry, just typing, making sure people know things. Oh, I want. Can I get a K one? See a lit hex totem. What do you do?
A lit hex totem. What do you do? A, disassemble it. B, leave it be. Probably haunted ground. C, turn it into a boom totem. D, point at it, but let your teammates deal with it.
There's no point wasting time. If it's haunted ground, I'll deal with that. A. Boon totems are shouldn't exist in the way that they do currently. Leaving it's a terrible idea, and pointing at it is possibly the worst of all the options. Yeah, chat agrees with A. How long have you been going for? No, it doesn't say. Of course we picked disassemble it. These people are evil. Sorry. Keep feeling a little bit ill. Patty!
Hey there, everybody. I'm Justin, one of the product managers on Dead by Daylight.
Why did I say
Still
Patty?
Stuck in this
Justin,
fog from earlier.
sorry, I'm getting my...
This time joined by a new partner.
Hi, I'm May.
Patrick's the other Fruit
Twitch
Loop.
lurking dog snuggling influencer manager on Dead by Daylight.
So, since a Dead by Daylight anniversary wouldn't be the same without a celebration in the fog, both May and myself are here to share with you what's going on for the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary in-game event.
Now,
so
say it.
Last year we had a really fun one, but the team has taken a hard look at what worked and what didn't, and we're trying to find ways to take it even further for the 6th anniversary, which is actually starting on our real anniversary this year. So the event starts on June 16th. I think it's really cool. So for the theme this year, the Fog is going to be celebrating something called the Twisted Masquerade. Now, this is meant to be a real party in the world of Dead by Daylight that's being hosted at the entity's name by someone lurking in the shadows.
Masquerade masks.
Everyone loves a masquerade.
Do we get those?
We've really tried to run with the theme and taken our decorations to the next level.
Forget the crowns.
As you might have already noticed in this broadcast, we've added this gorgeous midnight blue to our usual black and gold color palette, and you'll see it all over the entity's realm during this event.
It looks nice.
We're also reskinning the Killer Shack and the exit gates, and there's going to be some really cool, creepy effects because of it. Expect the entire fog to be decked out to the nines.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we're decorating for really the first time, like proving just how big this whole celebration really is. We really want this to feel like a party and a celebration. So everything is really going to play on this masquerade theme in some interesting ways, beginning with our anniversary cosmetics.
Okay, yeah, I approve.
Last year was the second year that we actually did the crown collection, where mechanic-wise, players would run around, find pedestals, and collect a crown for that specific character. But this year, with this masquerade theme, we wanted to find ways that we could really push it further and deliver an even bigger payoff when it came to the cosmetics that you'd be able to collect.
So while you'll still be hunting down pedestals in your trial, this time you're going to be grabbing invitations to the Twisted Masquerade. Collecting those invitations will earn you one of 12 possible cosmetics as killer or survivor. And since we're going to a masquerade, it's going to be beautiful hand-designed masks. Last year, while you could earn cosmetics for every single original character, it was the same crown.
I couldn't see the names.
Each and every one of them. We feel like that's run its course, and we wanted to do something a little more special this year. This year we're focusing on one original survivor and one killer for every year of Dead by Daylight. The mask you earn will only be wearable for that specific character because it's tailor-made to suit their personality and style. The masks are also going to be earned randomly, so even if you're playing as Dwight, you might earn one for Elodie or the Spirit.
And I mean, if you guys have actually seen it on the table, that's Dwight.
So while we are focusing on a smaller subset of characters,
come on, he's getting both
they're going to make much more meaningful additions to your collection.
Attack on Titan thing as well.
Pretty sweet if I do say so myself.
I got a Rick on me this time.
I mean, I've had to resist just putting this one on and trying to run away with it. Been told many times I can't take it home with me, so I'll have to settle for just earning it in-game. And similar to what we did for our Halloween event, the Midnight Grove, the 6th anniversary will also include an event tome. So what's great about this is we're going to have 2 full levels of challenges and lore that's directly tied to the Twisted Masquerade. And one big addition in this is going to be the community challenges. So last year, if you were around doing our community challenges, we were communicating on this via our social media channels. And we feel like the players really enjoyed this, but we want to bring it a little closer to you directly in-game.
There'll be an entire top track dedicated to these community challenges. On that, you can track both the global progression of everyone making effort towards these community challenges and your own direct contributions. Your own direct contributions are important because you're going to have to work, and you can't just take advantage of everyone else's hard work.
Exactly.
If that's Michaela, I'm going to be
players are waiting for the community to catch up so that they can go on to the next challenge. There will be a set of personal challenges below on each level that you can work towards. And I mean, these are going to also give you a little bit more background on what's happening for the story behind the scenes of the archives and of the Twisted Masquerade.
It's probably for both
You're going to be earning event cosmetics either way, so definitely take the time, try to finish all of them.
So what about Dredge and Hattie? Are they getting something for this Masquerade?
So since these are actually our 2 new characters coming in, it's important that we're treating them as our guests of honor for the Twisted Masquerade. So if you're seeing from any of the content that we're sharing, both Dredge and Hattie are getting full outfits themed for the event that you can unlock, split between the community goals.
I'm not sure what I think of the headpiece, but the rest of it looks great.
If you want all of it, you have to do both.
And they're really worth getting, so I suggest you do. And we also have some very cool, very gross charms, like this 6th anniversary Rancid Cupcake, a pop-up card, and my personal favorite, a skull with a little party hat.
And that's definitely a reminder of the last person who tried to bring a party hat into the fog.
You try and stop
Anthony doesn't like fun. So for a few final touches on the event, we're bringing back some things from last year that worked really well, like our loading screens with developer comments and selected art.
Those are great.
As you're loading up into your game, you're going to see quotes from wacky folks like myself, May, and others, and really bring you a bit closer to.
I reckon we have to take shots every time we get a Justin one.
On Dead by Daylight. On top of this, we're going to be bringing back our daily discounted Shrine of Secrets. So instead of it cycling on a weekly basis, we're going to be changing all of the perks every single day and be providing you a discount. So it costs less iridescent shards.
I should have been saving my shards. I forgot this even happened last year.
On top of that, because we know you guys love blood points, we're going to be doing a weekend blood hunt event. And then, again, still not done, we're going to be giving a lot of login currencies. So if that's not enough blood points for you, not enough rift fragments, not enough iridescent shards, players will be able to earn more of these just by logging in.
It's definitely not the time to save your pennies for a rainy day. There's so much fun stuff to get. Take advantage. But for now, on behalf of everyone, I just want to say thanks again for another amazing year of Dead by Daylight. And we'll see you in the fog on June 16th for the Twisted Masquerade.
We'll see you there.
So we've got a bit of time for it. I didn't know if it was going to be starting this month or not. June 16th. Look at this map.
今日は暑かったでしょ。いつものビールでいい？はい。
Fucking Dokkaebi. Can this please be something that I can buy somewhere? I would love an actual Legion outfit.
We're very excited to share some great news about the DBD mobile game. So we had a big update
This is the part I'm
in
going
Japan
to
at the end of April, and the results are amazing. We want to progressively release this to the rest of the world. In the United States, there will be a closed beta test in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. You should know there's going to be quite a lot of new features in this version of the game. Leaderboards, quick matches, team system. We're also improving many aspects of the game. There's going to be visual improvements on the performance, fluidity of gameplay, and the control layout, and the new player tutorial. Also, there's going to be some brand new rewards added and some unique customization. More news are going to be coming very soon.
Oh, good. They're doing awesome. Tell me I didn't see that.
If you had told me when we launched this game that I'd be here 6 years later with my feet in the sand announcing a Dead by Daylight dating sim, I would have never believed.
I still don't believe you.
And that is what makes today such an amazing day. I'm excited to be able to announce that Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim, is quickly coming. So it is a crazy idea. It's an absurd concept, but we are always looking for new ways to tell our Dead by Daylight stories. And
well, did you guys adding the dredge to that one?
Years, just how thirsty they are for more background and more stories about our characters. So last year we did an official community survey exploring new ways, potentially, of expanding the universe of Dead by Daylight. And I think the third one was Dating Simulator. And that was a surprise, but you know what? We decided to go for it. This was a tall order. We needed to find the right people to do this justice, to really treat this properly so that it didn't turn out as insane.
I've got so many ideas for a thumbnail for this video.
So we decided to go with some specialists out there, some people that made a little game called I Love You, Colonel Sanders, that was very well received. And I'm very happy to have with me today Alexei from PsyOp to talk a little bit. He's the creative director for the upcoming Dead by Daylight dating sim.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited that I got to.
You so should have called it Dead by Date Night.
Take on such a really serious,
See,
kind
I
of
should be the
grim
creator.
world and bring it into a little bit of hearts and butterflies and.
Do I get to
shine
date Kate
some
though?
rosy, warm light
That's
on
the big question.
That's awesome. So yes, you're absolutely right. We created a very grim universe, and we asked you to do something extremely silly with it.
Yeah.
How does one go about making this right?
Sure. Well, I like to say that when making a project that seems as off-kilter and unexpected as this, the big gimmick for me is that there is no gimmick. It is a serious game that we take really seriously when we create it, and we treat all of the characters with a sense of humor, but with sort of deep respect as well, so that we can make a really compelling game.
I don't know if
that
he
does
saw the same
justice
picture of the
to
trapper that I did.
expectations that fans have, and the expectations that these characters would have.
Only one of us respect the trapper. Actually,
So
neither of us
it's
do.
a matter of really
I don't know why I said what
finding
I said.
a new, interesting context in
Fuck
which
the
this
trapper.
character can actually express a different side of them.
Hashtag fuck the trapper.
So, the story that we're creating is very much not a canon story for the Dead by Daylight
Important to put it out there.
Want to make sure that's clear. That being said, we want to create something that really does justice to the truths that have been established. So we started
I'm gonna have to
someplace as
stream
far
this.
away as we could by thinking about,
I know it's gonna
what is
happen.
the brightest and happiest kind of take on this world? Well, maybe it's something like the beach episode of a sitcom or an anime series, and then kind of pull our way back into that main core experience of what's going through these killers or survivors' minds at any given moment, and try and make sense of those two worlds playing together and see what kind of crazy stuff comes from it.
So obviously one of the main questions that people have is, what characters from Dead by Daylight will I be able to interact with in this?
Sure. Well, leaning into that kind of sitcom or anime kind of cliches and tropes, and then kind of turning them on their head, we decided to take 4 killers, since killers are the most monstrous and inhuman characters in the world, and make them as human as we could by assigning 4 kind of typical TV trope archetypes to them. So we've got the Trapper, who is standing in as the jock. We've got the Huntress, who is standing in as the overachiever. We've got the Wraith, who is playing the nerd. And we've got the Spirit, who is the goth.
I'll give them props. Spirit looks great.
It's interesting also as a take because those
Wraith
sort of
also looks kinda
archetypes,
cool.
those cliches from horror movies from forever ago,
Not sure what I think
are
about the
things
others.
that we
Trapper,
tried
especially.
to not erase, but we tried to avoid when we did Dead by Daylight, especially on the survivor side. We had them much more be humans and relatable. So it's really interesting to see those things that are very important to the horror genre be represented in this.
Yeah, in writing the experience, it made for a really fun twist. And And what we recognized when we dug as deep as we could into the lore and talked so much with your team is that all of these killers come from a really human place to begin with. They've all suffered some sort of trauma or some sort of really dark thing in their past that bringing them into this kind of comedy scenario, but still exploring their real lore, it was just like pretty wild. So we had a lot of fun with it.
Very cool. And who, as the player, like
I don't know what to comment.
To figure out who the player would.
This caught me so off guard.
Well, we want to let the player play as themselves. So this is an interactive branching story, and you will get to make decisions that define who you are. There is no canon version of yourself, and we thought that that was a great way to really do justice to the huge amount of diversity and variety in the Dead by Daylight audience.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to make sure that the 4 killers who you get to romance really represent 4 very different types of relationship, and you get to be yourself and see which killer is right for you as you make honest decisions in response to some terribly strange questions.
I noticed they skipped the Billy.
Awesome. A very important piece of also building that world and really giving the ambiance, the gravitas it needed, is the music.
Yeah.
And you got a really cool opportunity in there.
Yeah, we worked directly with Michel, the composer for Dead by Daylight, to make sure that even though we took this to a very different sonic place of marimba and steel drums and some jazz
I'll give them props. The music that we heard, it's actually kind of sick.
We still got to express that kind of core DNA of Dead by Daylight and give people something that's
I wonder if
new
this will
and unique,
become
but
cosmetics
also
in DBD
true
though.
to the original game that
Like a beach-looking
they
spirit that
loved
looks like that.
deeply.
Yeah, Michel was kind of happy to be able to
I'd love that
try his
hat.
hand at a few different styles that he hadn't. And I think he surprised both of us with the jazz flute.
It may seem like an odd thing to say about something that sounds and looks so different, but we wanted to make sure that it really feels fresh but authentic.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here in sunny Montreal for this little beach moment. I can say that this is one of the most out there things that we've ever done, and I'm very, very excited about this.
That's saying
you
something,
obviously want
but it's
more
also
details. There will
100%
be more
correct.
information coming, but for now you should know you'll be able to get your little hands on Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim this summer on Steam. And if you do that, you'll also get a unique charm in Dead by Daylight after that.
And an outfit.
Thank you again to all of our fans. Thank you for
get
making
the
this
trapper and his
possible
budgie
for us.
smugglers.
And for once, I will say, I'll see you on the beach.
Is that the end? Is that seriously how we've ended this? With a view of his feet.
We're almost done here.
Oh, okay.
We have one more question for you. What would you like us to wrap the show with? A, some more new content? Or B, a special surprise?
Aren't they both the same thing? I feel like, you know what? I'll give him a chance. B. Because either way, it's going to be a special surprise and new content. Okay, well, we'll vote special surprise and pray for that K outfit I've been waiting for. What do you got for us?
Well, that's a wrap for our 6th anniversary broadcast, and to an amazing year of Dead by Daylight. I hope you enjoyed yourself. The PTB for our latest chapter, The Roots of Dread, is live now, so go try it. Have fun.
Yeah, definitely will.
Again, a huge thank you to our entire team.
I might input those codes first, actually.
Community. You know, time really flies. It seems like just yesterday that during our 5th anniversary, we revealed to you that we were going to do a Resident Evil chapter. Your reaction was so good at the time that we wondered, why stop there?
Come on, more Resident Evil, more Resident Evil. Please, please, Chris. Give us a new Chris. Give us Ethan. Give us Mia. Oh, please. Yes! They're so cute! Okay. Project W. Oh. So I'm oh, Kate. Love you, babe. So, that is the stream. That was about, I can't even figure out how long we've been here for at this point. Hour and a half, maybe? I guess we'll stick around and just see if there's anything left. Like a Marvel post-credit scene. Go on. What do you got?
You know, your classic horror characters that you... Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
I'm not gonna lie, it did get me too when I first saw it.
Did he get me? So family photo, okay?
Holy. You win Dead by Daylight.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
Where are these people in my games? I probably play it too seriously, to be honest.
I will gift 20 subs if the hatch spawns right here.
Ja, spawn, du Scheißding.
Always gotta showcase the Frozen girl.
Gotcha. Love how that looks. Love that.
I think you got a little bit of lag, lad.
Watch this.
Yeah, I've done that before.
What? No way.
Look at him go, dude. It's shaking.
Oh, big up the Poppers.
Judge with the hammer.
How is Poppers doing? I haven't kept up to date on that one.
He's sentencing people. Objection! Objection, Your Honor! Objection! Honorable mention to Judge Bubba.
That is the only acceptable hammer to run on Bubba.
Oh my god.
Holy cosplay, Batman.
Batman. Do not touch
That's great. Good on you, Drag.
Oh, he's got Blood Warden, baby.
Yeah, I don't know most of these streamers, but they all seem pretty cool. I can't believe you just made that CJ tag work.
Yeah.
You are a god amongst men.
No, that one. That one.
Só queria uma parede safe pra ficar aqui até o Maker Choice acabar. Meu Deus, isso foi horrível!
What is he expecting from this?
Yeah, Freddy, you gotta break it, buddy. I've been there. It's not doable. Freddy! It's not very nice. I don't know what you said, but it was 100% exactly what needed to be said.
Anonymous with a $500 dono? Whoa! Oh my god, that was iconic. I'm so happy we were able to see that live. Wow.
That's not a Dead by Daylight moment. That's just a stream moment. Oh my.
A little higher.
Sounds like an angry fucking dog whenever you run that skin. It's like a little dog barking at you.
자세 너무 어려워.
Wait, I want to do it.
The box. You opened it. I came.
Yeah, I think that might be everyone's highlight of the year.
Oh god. What?
You muppet. What? Who is this wild, deformed penguin that was on my screen? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if this is gonna stay in the video or not.
But why?
That's a pretty good cosplay too.
Get this, bro.
No, leave me.
Cosplay game on point today. I don't know what you're doing with your hair though. I can do that. Praise be for this cosmetic though.
Oh, someone clip that.
Oh, Scorpion. Big up the pig boy.
かつて見たことないね、このゆっくりなチェイスしてるな。
Go on, what else you got?
ゆっくりなチェイスしてるな、これ。いや、これスローモーションなのかな。
Hey, Papa, you a spanking?
Spankies! Spank, 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 spank!
Is that the Meg turning? I noticed they're picking a lot of survival clips there.
Get your stop. Phil, please. Phil.
And he'll never heard from again.
I don't feel so well. Ew, and I stink. Oh, great, you're here to unhook me.
I just did my nails, so you can understand my situation.
Yeah, no problem, I guess. There are others, like Felix. I'd unhook you, but then I'd be sick too. Yeah, but you could cleanse after, and then we can... He's gone. Meg!
Nope.
Right.
That is not how Meg sounds. Meg is, Meg has no idea what's going on, to be totally honest. I don't know what I was about to say, but she frankly just... I imagine Meg players in real life just continually say "we" as they whiz around the place. Come on, what's some male cosplay? I'm seeing a lot of the gals. It's got to be a yeah. That's actually pretty good. Oh. See, all this part is really showing me is how much there are so many talented people out there, and how much I'm not a talented person. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's it. That's curtains. I'll look at chat, see if chat's saying anything super useful. Will the dating sim have hill pussy? Yeah, look, they've opened up a massive can of worms when it comes to this dating sim. So I'm assuming everything's coming on the 16th. That sounds like it's just their point. So they're going to do the anniversary, they're going to do the new chapter and everything. Then that's good. I was a little worried that thing would start now, and then it would be like choose between PTB or the anniversary event. But no, we should have a chance to download and play the Dread. And what day is it today? Wednesday. So I should have some time to stream it, hopefully. I don't know. I want to wait just in case something just pops up. Okay. Music's dying. That it? Okay. I think it's just gonna keep playing songs and shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it there. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. This is a little bit of a different video. If I do upload it, I think I will upload it. I may as well. I'm sat here for a couple of hours for nothing. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. What did we even cover? There's a lot of just like quality of life stuff that is looking really, really nice. I'm loving all the like I didn't like the look of the main menu at first, but I'll grow to like that. The ideas of what they're doing is great. Having 2 challenges at once, Killer and Survivor, and having, I don't know, I can't even like specifically target things because there's just a whole lot of good in that section. I don't know. I don't want to make too many judgments on the Dread or anything yet, because I actually want to experience the PTB. So I'm probably going to log on to that later tonight. I have a quick look, and then we'll probably do a stream later today. Sorry, that prestige thing's going to piss me off probably because I literally have just gotten everyone P3. But whatever. All the killers are P3. I mean. But no, that should be good for new players. I'm happy to hear that they are making changes to make it a little bit easier for new players to get up to the level where they can do builds and shit. Should help us do some random killer builds too, on stream. What else? The dating sim is okay. I'll be totally real. I will play it. Like, you have my word. I will play it. But it's good God, it's something else. But yes, no, guys. Thank you for watching. Like I said, leave a comment if you got any thoughts, or if you want thoughts from me. Should be interesting to see what's on the PTB. I'd love to do that now, but it's gonna take a little bit of time to download, I think. But yeah, see you tonight. Stay safe, have fun in the fog, and sub, like and sub.